serious. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now I do have a question. When you allow somebody to do events, do you hire the price or do you hire the deposit?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
baked into our house rules are the rules around events, right? And
Okay.
that becomes key because obviously guests have to agree to your house rules to book, which in my eyes that's their legally binding contract. So if there's any doubt about anything, put it in your house rules, and then you can
Yeah.
always come back during the booking message and make sure that they've
So if
read.
it's not in your house rule, Airbnb won't help you with it, correct?
Yes, or it's going to be pretty hard to get them to agree with the complaint or whatever it is. And for events specifically, yes, security deposits are mandated, and that becomes important to list in there. And then key to that is you want to collect your own security deposit. Don't put it into
Airbnb.
Airbnb, and I think
That's
it's
not
under
a
the
real.
accessibility page. Right, right.
Okay.
It's not. It's held in theory, as I call it, right?
Okay.
But what happens is you give Airbnb a chance to litigate this process, and you don't want that, especially now with their customer service, right?
Got it. So how
You
do
don't
you
want them
do that?
litigating
How do you
anything,
collect your own security deposit?
right? So one of two ways. One, I never tell you to take it offline or give them, a way to, uh, you know, take it offline because you don't want to put that directly into Airbnb. But uh, the first method is use the resolution center. So immediately after they book, you can then send them a request for those funds through the resolution center. And the reason you want to do that is because you can then tie the note in Airbnb to the agreement and the house rules, and then you've got full transparency, right? Just in case anything comes up. And then, within that, you make sure you annotate, hey, this deposit, security deposit is refundable, pending no issues with the home, and will be refunded 48 hours after a checkout. And if it's not refunded, I'll annotate why. And if there's a dispute, then you can call Airbnb to attempt to rectify it. But everything's then on the table. Now, for large events that we host, whether it's a wedding reception, or some other event that's taken place, and you're bringing in upwards of 30, 40 people for these events, uh, it's better in most cases to take that offline because in cases like for weddings, there's usually other services that you should or could offer to tie into those events. And the way we do that is we create a simple guest contact form and with Google Forms,
Mm-hmm.
and all you're doing is getting their basic information, but but then you're also providing them a way to pay. And then that becomes key because you put the link to that Google Drive form, that Google form, into your channel manager to shoot to them with their booking, their initial booking or their booking message. So you're not asking for anything directly on the platform, but the Google form will take them off platform, where they'll then be required to put in all their information, and then they'll be able to extrapolate your payment information and terms, and then potentially look at all the services that are available for that specific event that they're booking for. So
But they
so those
still
are the two
book through
ways.
Airbnb.
Yes, but the event fee, the security deposit, and any other service charges, you then, in my opinion, you want to take that offline. And in this case, you could, in theory, still take the security deposit through Airbnb, but for all the other associated fees, you want to make sure that you have like some requisite form available where you can take that offline.
So